welcome to This Old Town. I'm your host, Lisa Tucker, and today we find ourselves in the town of Wickenburg, Arizona. We're standing here on the corner of Tegner Street and Wickenburg Way, which once upon a time was the location of the town's one and only stoplight. Right now, the town only has 3 stoplights. One is located at US 60 and Vulture Mine Road, and then this past year they erected a 3rd stoplight also on US 60. Here's the jail tree. From 1863 to 1890, this was used to house the criminals. The criminals were actually chained up here to this tree because the townspeople were so busy looking to strike it rich, they had no time to erect a proper jail. Anyway, escapes from this tree were unknown. I'm standing here next to the bronze statue of Henry Wickenburg, which was erected by the townspeople to honor Mr. Wickenburg, who the town is named after. Henry Wickenburg was born in Essen, Austria in 1820. Some books say it was Prussia, some say Austria, but in actuality in the 1800s, the country was known as Austria-Prussia, and then Prussia eventually was lopped off its name. Anyway, he came to the United States in 1847 to escape political persecution, and he landed in New York City and then found his way to California. Wait. Henry spent 13 years trying to strike it rich in California. In 1861, they suffered a severe winter, and the banks of the Sacramento River overflowed, which killed a lot of people and a lot of cattle. Henry, always looking for a way to make money, decided that he would skin the cattle and sell it, and it became very lucrative for him. The farmers and the ranchers were very upset over this and sought legal retribution against Henry. The legal system worked very slowly, so what they did was they decided that they were going to take matters into their own hands. Henry, hearing of this, decided it was time for him to relocate to another place, and he made his way to Arizona. Arizona was being touted as the next big bonanza gold town, so this is where Henry decided he would go. He crossed the banks of the Colorado River and met up with 2 other prospectors, and they crossed the Bill Williams River and made it into Arizona. At the same time, the Abraham Peoples Party was starting a trip to Arizona as well, and Peoples hired the well-known scout Pauline Weaver to lead the expedition. Well, Wickenburg was going to reach up with the People's Party. However, by the time he made it to the other side of the Colorado River into Arizona, the People's Party had already left, and so Wickenburg made the 200-mile trek alone. The People's Party continued on to what is now known as the famous Rich Hill. Wickenburg decided to stay on and do his own prospecting, where is when he discovered the Vulture Mine. There are different stories saying how he actually came to discover that area. One is that there was vultures hovering overhead, and the other is that he was upset with his stubborn burrow and threw a rock at it, and the rock shattered, and there was glittering gold inside of it. In 1866, Henry sold 4/5 of the interest of the Vulture Mine to Ben Phelps of Philadelphia. He sold it for $85,000. Phelps gave him $20,000 as a down payment, and Henry spent most of the $20,000 in legal fees trying to get the rest of his money. There are a few older buildings still around this town, so we're going to take a walk around and see what we can see. Look! Big Ben!
And we have a great Western Museum at the end of the street.
Okay.
You should definitely visit.
Okay.
If you're here all day.
Okay. What you just saw was the old Santa Fe Railroad sign, and the actual place where you would come in and buy your ticket and see when the train was leaving and when it was coming in. This is the old Santa Fe Railroad, and it doesn't stop here anymore. Now they only have freight trains that come through and nothing stops. but these cars were refurbished in 1993. This is the old train station. It serviced the train that traveled from Phoenix up to Prescott, and it was established here around the turn of the century. This is the location of the old Etter General Store, established in 1864. There are a lot of old buildings up and down the street, and we're going to take a look at some of them. This is the HASSAYAMPA wishing well. There's a legend centuries old, by the early Spaniards told, of a sparkling stream that lies under Arizona skies. HASSAYAMPA is its name, and the title to its fame is a wondrous quality known today from sea to sea. Those who drink its waters bright, red man, white man, boor or knight, girls or women, boys or men, never tell the truth again. HASSAYAMPA River rises in Yavapai County on the northern slope of Mount Union. It flows south and enters Gila at Powers Butte in Maricopa County. It's said to be named by Pauline Weaver and to mean beautiful waters. One legend says, he who drinks above the trail is ever truthful, while he who drinks below is lost to truth. For all the years I've been coming up here, I've never seen any water in the HASSAYAMPA River. And yet, on the bridge, there is a sign that says no fishing from this bridge. How weird. Rumor has it that the HASSAYAMPA River flooded and destroyed over 100 homes, and a lot of people died. The HASSAYAMPA overflowed, and there was also rumor that a safe was flowing down the river as well. And nobody has ever discovered the safe, so it's very possible that the safe with lots of riches is still somewhere around. Also, when the mine played out in most towns, the town gets abandoned. However, the town of Wickenburg survived the flood and survived the ending of the mine, and right now the town of Wickenburg serves as a big tourist attraction, and it is a lovely little old western town. This is the marker that commemorates the Wickenburg massacre, which is the most notorious, horrific thing to ever happen in the state of Arizona. On November 5th, 1871, the stage to Ehrenberg was attacked by Apache Indians. Several people lost their lives here. 2 people survived the massacre. One was a madam from the town of Prescott who was carrying $40,000 from the sale of her bordello. The other was an army officer who was carrying $100,000 worth of payroll from California. Anyway, these 2 people survived. One of them later died of their wounds. There are a few graves up here, and this place is really hard to find, and you wouldn't know where it was unless you knew what you were looking for and you knew exactly where it's at. But here is the grave of Henry Wickenburg, born November 21st, 1819, died May 14th, 1905. After leaving the Vulture Mine, Henry Wickenburg took up ranching, and he found that ranching was not that great in wealth for him as well. So at the age of 86, despondent and penniless, Henry Wickenburg walked out of his house and took his own life with a Colt pistol. It is rumored that that same Colt pistol is the one that he used to shoot down the Vulture when he was naming the Vulture Mine. Anyway, other people believe that Henry Wickenburg was murdered, but no one really knows. Wickenburg donated parts of his land to the town, and in honor of that, they named the town after him. It is really sad that he had to die penniless and despondent. However, this is a beautiful little town that if you come here, you will really enjoy yourself. So, Until next week, when the little town we visit might be yours, I'm Lisa, and I'm out of here.